We live in a diverse world, diverse in terms of religions, languages, traditions, and cultures. Diversity itself is a resource and a source of strength. Migration played a key role in intercultural encounters in the world. Historically, globalization was shaped by migration through spread of religions, voyages and expeditions, colonialism, and global trade and investment. In the age of social media, we live in a connected world. However, interest and politics make people think in terms of us versus imagined others. Religious, linguistic, and cultural identities are often used to fuel conflict and violence at community, state, and international level. Are societies helpless in the face of such conflicts? No. Religions can unite us. Question is how to create reconciliation and peace in the world facing challenges of identity-based conflicts. Worldwide experiences show us that volunteerism has that potential power. I am elaborating 3 points from nonviolent movements of Mahatma Gandhi, successful democratic nation building in Finland, and project experience of global exchange on religion in society, GERIS, a European Commission funded project, and its exchange visit in Indonesia. Through voluntary individual and community actions, we can bring creative solution to local problems. This needs individuals with vision, courage, and action, and most importantly, empathy for others. Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela were such individuals who changed the course of world history through nonviolent voluntary actions. They remain as role models for peace and reconciliation in the world. Born in a traditional Hindu family, Mahatma Gandhi acted with openness and created new connections to people of other faiths such as Jains, Christians, Jews, Muslims, Parsis during his time as a migrant in London and South Africa. He learned lessons from people of various religious traditions as well as Western books on nonviolence. He put those ideas into action in apartheid South Africa, where he lived for 2 decades. By connecting himself with disenfranchised Indians through voluntary actions, Gandhi created nonviolent resistance to apartheid that drew attention of the whole world. In India, he used civil disobedience against British colonial government for gaining independence. Both in South Africa and India, Gandhi built rapport and cooperated with colonial government for advancing his cause while fighting government at the same time. He showed the world the power of voluntary action in bringing reconciliation and peace. Finland is one of the top nations of the world with its remarkable achievements in terms of strong democratic institutions, societal resilience, egalitarian society, and of course, world-famous education system. Irma Peiponen, president of Humanist Association of Finland, talks about the foundational role of volunteerism in Finland's national achievements.
Kansalaisyhteiskunta, missä ihmiset vapaaehtoisesti toimii eri järjestöissä tai avustavat muuten muita, niin se on demokratian perusta. Suomi on ollut semmoinen, niin kuin sanotaan, luvattu järjestöjen maa. Meillä on paljon semmoisia järjestöjä syntynyt, jotka ovat esimerkiksi sosiaalipuolella ottaneet tehtäviä koulutuksessakin, mutta sitten esimerkiksi sellaisia kuin kouluruokailu, ensikodit, lasten kesäsiirtolat, äitien lomat, tämän tyyppinen toiminta, niin se on ensin ollut vapaaehtoisjärjestöjen hoitamaa ja sitten vähitellen siirtänyt kunnille tai valtiolle tai sitten, että nämä järjestöt on saaneet avustusta, ettei toiminta keskeydy sitten hankalina aikoinakaan. Se on hyvinkin tärkeä. Demokratian toiminta perustuu kansalaisten kuulemiseen, kansalaisten aktiivisuuteen. Että jos vaan ajatellaan, että joku muu hoitaa asiat eikä välitetä niistä, niin ei se hyvää tulosta tuo. Että myös kansalaisten pitää ottaa oma vastuunsa ja vaikuttaa sitten päätöksentekijöihin, joiden pitää kuulla muidenkin mielipiteitä ja etsiä sopivaa ratkaisua.
Ilari Lantakari, Ambassador Emeritus of the Republic of Finland and a peace activist, talks about the role of volunteerism in reconciliation and peace in the world.
The peace is also required in the minds of the people of the conflict area, and it might be of great help that they are voluntary organizations or non-governmental, maybe together with the governmental and other institutions, but this might give a better access to meet the people and to get them, I mean these conflict partners, so to say, to speak to each other and to find a reconciliation. So again, in my own view and also in the, let's say, in the history of Finland, we have, for instance, organizations like Finchurch Aid, which has been very broadly involved, and then especially mentioning also former President Ahtisaari's CMI, Crisis Management Initiative, which is well known, maybe the best known globally, and so it is very relevant. And even you know that Finland is just about to join, has decided to join. It's still the ratification process is going on NATO membership of the sort of alliance because of this situation in Russia and the war in Ukraine, etc. But again, we try that Finland could be also a kind of member which would the profile could be peace building and peace mediation, and to bring that knowledge, experience and challenge to NATO. And again, together with the citizens organizations, with the voluntary work, and then again combined with different partners, and then what is especially important, there is a sort of normal, natural access to the people of let's say those conflict areas, because usually it's also a matter of local or regional people and their feelings, and maybe sometimes it's better to work with a sort of voluntary type of organization initially and then come to agreement also on the state level or regional or global level.
Global Exchange on Religion in Society, GERIS, is a European Commission funded 2-year project implemented by a consortium composed of Partnership and Media Diversity Institute. It promotes inclusion and societal resilience by facilitating community-based conversation on diversity, coexistence and peace across different faith traditions. Members of GERIS networks from across continents participated in online as well as physical workshops to gain valuable knowledge and skills on policy communication, social media, communication technologies and media relations. Together with online participation, I went to Brussels in Belgium to take part in the workshop Media Placement for Civil Society during 27 to 28 September in 2021. With newly equipped knowledge and skills, GERIS members from various countries of Africa, Asia, Europe and America belonging to the theme Reconciliation and Transitional Justice visited Indonesia during 30th of June to 8th July 2022. The team sites and museums in Jakarta and Yogyakarta and had consultation meetings with civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, religious leaders, university research institutes, human rights organizations, LGBTQI and media rights organizations. We found Indonesia as a resilient society based on its huge diversity and pluralism. Though Indonesia faces challenges with its traumatic past of communist purge of 1965 and current challenges of rising disinformation, hate speech and incitement of violence and actual violence against religious minority groups and sects, GERIS team members found reasons for hope in Indonesia, thanks to voluntary actions led by Indonesian civil society organizations. Voluntary actions by family and community members are helping survivors of 1965 incarceration and violence of communist purge to come in terms with their traumatic past amidst absence of recognition, reconciliation and justice by Indonesian state. A section of religious leaders and clerics such as Imam of Jakarta's Istiqlal Grand Mosque are building bridges with other religions through interfaith dialogue, understanding and mutual learning to underline the pluralistic nature of Indonesian society. This kind of examples are strong messages of hope in time of rising religious intolerance fueled by social media. In a country where transgender people face social discrimination and violence, assistance for changes is coming from an unlikely quarter, an Islamic organization in the form of boarding school. They are also providing livelihoods training support and advocating social acceptance of transgender people. Islamic reformist movements are also attempting to build up dialogues with other societal stakeholders. It will have moderating effects on interfaith relations and peace in Indonesia. These are some of the key positive experiences that provide hope for social inclusion, respect for diversity, and shared sense of citizenship in a diverse society such as Indonesia. As we see from three experiences, that is experience of Mahatma Gandhi, Finnish national achievements, and Indonesian civil societies, voluntary action is the starting point of reconciliation, transitional justice, and peace. The process can be lengthy, but the results are proven. This is the power of volunteerism.